chi gk is the number of proper coloring of a graph G, okay, using k colors. So using k colors. So like we have seen one result, okay. So you can say it is example. So like, okay, example, or you can say it is result simply. Uh, Number of proper coloring of graph Kn using color K. So what was it? Do you remember? It's a Kn is a complete graph of order K, a complete graph of order N. Okay, and we have K different colors. So it was for the first vertex we have k choices of colors. For the second vertex we have k minus 1 choices. For third vertex we have k minus 2, and we have seen it was k minus n minus 1, and that was very kpn, or k factorial upon k minus n factorial. Okay, so obviously here n must be less than equal to k. Okay, and otherwise you can say kn comma k, this will be 0 when n you see more than k, because k is the number of colors. If you have less colors, you have more vertices, and all vertices are adjacent to each other. So you must have to give the different color to each vertex, because it is complete graph. So if you have less number of colors, then you cannot label the vertices. Okay, so the number of way will be 0, or number of proper coloring, that will be 0 when you have less number of colors and more number of vertices in complete graph. So first result was this. Second, we have kn bar, na kn complement you can say, and comma k. So chi of kn complement comma k, or number of proper coloring of kn complement comma k. So what was the answer for this?
So k to the power n.
Yes. So for each vertex you have k choices, and since no vertex is adjacent to anyone, like you can say every vertex is non-adjacent to everyone. So all vertex has k number of choices of colors. So we get k raised to power n. There is no restrictions over k and n. K may be larger, k may be smaller, no problem here. Because you don't have to care about the different colors at the end point of that. K raised to power n. Then I would like to derive one result. Okay. So the third result I would like to write, or we can write it as a proposition. Okay, proposition is, if T is a tree, okay, if T is a tree with n vertices, if T is a tree with n vertices, then number of proper coloring of graph T using k different colors will be what? So can you tell, or can we decide? No. So let's make one graph, for example. So let me make a tree of vertex, anyone even, है ना? This is also a tree of 3 vertex. So what will be the total number of proper coloring of this graph using k color? So see, if you start with the root, so this is a root suppose. So you can start with here also, okay. So at this position, you have k, total available colors are k. So how many colors you have? Total k. You can use any one of the color here, okay. At this vertex you can use any one of the colors. Now how many choices at this position you have? How many choices of colors? Why k choice? Can you use the same number of same color here? Can you use same color at the both end? We are
No,
doing
sir.
proper coloring. So how many choices you have now?
K minus 1.
Yes, k minus 1. Because same color you cannot use at this end point of an edge. So you have k minus 1 choices. Now come to this point. How many choices you have now? So suppose color 1 here you choose. Huh? So I choose this color suppose here. Yeah. You can use any one. Okay. So this is random color. Now like A, B, C, D I'm saying. So how many choices for the vertex C you have?
K minus 2.
Why k minus 2? So can you not choose the same color as A because A and C are non-adjacent, okay? So you have the choices for A also. I mean at C you cannot use the color used at B. Only this is the restriction. At vertex C you cannot use the color used at B. Rest you can use any color. Any color. I mean the color used at A you cannot use at C because A and C are non-adjacent. So you have K minus 1 choices of colors because only restriction is the color used at B vertex cannot be used at C. Okay, how many choices for D?
K minus 1.
Again K minus 1 because A, C, D are non-adjacent. So D only cares about B. Okay, vertex D only care about vertex D because there is an edge between them. So you have K minus 1 choice because the color used at B cannot be used at D. So you can make more trees and you can make like this. Still here you again have k minus 1 choices of color because only you will care about okay the color at C cannot be used at color at this, like I say D, E, F, G suppose, you know, H suppose I look like this. So again at this point you have also k minus 1 choice. So at okay at each vertex if you see you have k minus 1 choices except the one you started. So the one where you started you had k choices and you take any other vertex in a tree you will have always k minus 1 choices of colors, okay, because there will not be any any other adjacent vertex to this. In tree you see, right? So my question to you is now T is a tree with n vertices, okay, n vertices, and we know that total number of proper coloring if we want to find we'll use multiplication rule of counting. Means I will multiply the all possibilities at each vertex. So what will be the total number of proper coloring for the tree using k colors and tree has n vertices?
Sir, K into K minus 1 to the power N minus 1.
Yes, correct. So k into k raised to power k into k minus 1 raised to power n minus 1. Okay, that is the result, and now we can prove this result also. Okay, so I just gave you one example and then we justified it. If I want to prove it, so for the proof thing we'll write the same thing, like I would like to convince you using the same argument we used here. Okay, so let us write the proof. So the proof will write like, so you can choose any one vertex as a base, or you can say root, right? So choose any one vertex, choose some vertex V, or choose any, you can choose any one, okay, any vertex small v of T as a root. Okay, so you choose one vertex V as a root. Okay, you are starting with V actually. So we can color V in k different ways. Okay, we can color V in k ways because we have k available colors. So if our है ना, ways we can use any one of the color to label vertex V. So we have k choices for V. Okay, Now if we extend, so if we extend a proper coloring, now if we extend a proper coloring to new vertices, okay, to new vertices. So as we grow the tree, as we grow the tree from vertex V, okay, so we have taken V as the root, okay, from vertex V, and at you if you take at each step, so at each step, okay, at each step only the color of parent is forbidden, okay, so only restrictions you have that the you cannot use the same color as you use for the parent to the next vertex, okay, like here you cannot use this same color, next you cannot, you know, so next vertex you cannot use the same color as the previous one or you as the their parent vertex. So at each step only the color of the parent is forbidden, okay, parent vertex is forbidden, and we have k minus 1 choices for the color of a new vertex, okay. So just for the root, you have k choices. Except root, any other new vertex you take, you will have k minus 1 choices. Okay. And so from this, you see that, so like you can say furthermore, deleting a leaf, like if you say, furthermore, deleting a leaf shows inductively that every proper k coloring arises in this way. So we can conclude here that the number of proper coloring to a tree with k number of colors is k times. This k is for the root and k minus 1 for the rest in minus 1 vertices. So this is the proof, okay? So you can remember this one also. So we had the result for this one, for the this one, cane with k colors, cane complement with k colors, T with k colors. Okay, these are results. These will be used in further questions or further propositions. So three results we used. So any doubt, anyone in this proposition or in this result?
No, sir.
Okay. So actually, this may create some problem. Okay. So like, मतलब for every graph doing this way may be you know some time taking thing, a complicated thing. So we have the other way also. So we would like to discuss that way also. So let me write. So another way to count the coloring. So another way to count the coloring is to observe. So is to observe that the color classes, okay, of each proper coloring of graph G partitions vertex set of graph G into independent sets. Okay, so like when you color the graph vertices of a graph, if you select the vertices with same colors, okay, so that will form a partition to the vertex set, and that partition actually each color class, that we call color class, so each color class is an independent set. So in this way we can partition vertex set into independent sets. So grouping the coloring, so grouping the coloring according to this partition. Actually, this result I used in last class for C4. Like if you notice that, actually what I was doing, let me recall that. Yeah, see here. So here what I was doing for the C4, I was doing in a similar way. I was partitioning the vertex set, then we were counting. Partitioning the vertex set, then I was counting. Okay, this way I used in last class. So that will be continued here actually. So another way to count the coloring of a graph is to observe that the color classes of each proper coloring of graph G partitions vertex set of G into independent sets. So grouping the coloring according to this partition. Okay. So according to this partition gives a formula. Okay, gives a formula for chi G comma K. Okay, that is a polynomial, in k of degree ng. So ng, number of vertices in graph. So what will happen, we will derive a formula for this chi gk, that will be a polynomial in k, so k will be variable there, and the polynomial will have order ng, degree ng. Okay, degree is power. So in this polynomial will have power ng. So let's derive that. K can be any color. Okay, so here we consider k as variable, so you can use any one of the colors, as per given in the question, number of colors. So what I'm trying, we are trying to get the value of this number of proper coloring as a polynomial in terms of k. Okay, and you can write every graph since every graph has this property, means you can partition in every graph, you can partition the vertices, okay, into independent sets, and according to that you can get a polynomial chi gk in terms of k will have degree ng. So since every graph has this property, so this chi, so we can for the every graph we can get this, okay, chi g comma k as a function of k, and we called it and is called chromatic polynomial. So chromatic polynomial of G. Okay. So what do you consider here? This will be a polynomial in terms of key k. So actually this is a polynomial in k, and we call it what? Chromatic polynomial. So earlier you had chromatic number, now you have chromatic polynomial. So how to derive expression for this chromatic polynomial? Okay. Actually, if you have noticed, we already derived that. Okay. For few graphs. So for example, I would like to remind you, for the kn you have k colors. Do you remember? It was k, k minus 1, and so on up to k minus n plus 1. If you see this is a polynomial in terms of k, and degree will be n. There are n terms, first term, second term, n terms. So since this graph has n vertices, so this is a polynomial in terms of k and having degree n. It has in fact k factors. Again, you remember kn complement comma k. This was exactly k raised to power n. This is also a polynomial in k having degree n, number of vertices. You have seen recently t, this tn, let me say tn. So the chromatic polynomial corresponding to a tree with n vertices using colors k, है ना? So this we derived at k time k minus 1 raised to power n minus 1. This is also a polynomial in terms of k having degree n. Okay, now actually I am interested in polynomial for Cn. So can we do that? Ck actually. Acha, I was trying for C4. So in last class I discussed one problem for C4. So we can do that. Okay. So before that, let me explain the theories. Then we'll continue that. Okay. So these three just I notified. These are the polynomial in K, and this is the chromatic polynomial, है ना, corresponding to Kn. Corresponding to Kn, corresponding to Kn complement, corresponding to Tn. Okay. K is the number of colors, so you can put the value. Like if I give you 10 colors, you put K is equal to 10, like this. And one more, let me give you this C4 comma K. So if I give you the answer for this, so we have the polynomial actually, and that will be K into K minus 1 and K square minus 3K plus 4. So this will be the expression for C4. Okay, C4 has 4 vertices. So you will get a polynomial of degree 4. You can see here this is a polynomial of degree 4. So I will derive this, how it came. I will try this in today class. So you can relate this question to the last question I asked you in last class. That was the last question. So you can relate this. Now, there I asked you. So I asked you what is the number of proper coloring for the graph C4 using 5 colors. Okay. So I already had the formula. So you can notice here what I did here. This you can think this I was just checking. I just put k is equal to 5 in the polynomial and I get this answer. And we derived in other way and just checked whether getting same answer or different. Now using partitions I derived. So this was the formula. So okay, k is 5 here. Okay, I have given you 5 colors in C4. Just if you put k is equal to 5 in this expression, you will get the same answer, 260. Okay, sorry, getting. So how it came? I will derive in the similar way like we did in last class. We did questions then. 260 we got in detailed way. So deriving that also. So just let me continue with the theory. Okay. Okay, so these four formulas we have. Okay, and now let me write one proposition. Okay, so actually in higher classes, what you see, uh, like NCR is written as NCR. You might have seen this notation. Okay, and NPR is not written in the book. Like in NCRT in lower classes, like in intermediate, if you have gone through NCRT, so you might see this notations. Or at intermediate level, Indian writers use this notation. But in foreign writers' book, if you see, they change the notation. So NCR they write in this way, N choose R. So can anyone tell me what is the notation for this in the foreign book? What do you see the notation then? Anyone remembers? Alternative notation for NPR. I think this thing you will not find in foreign writers book. Okay, so actually foreign writers book they don't use this notation actually. We Indians use this. Okay, and you may find in some book, but not in all books. So mostly they use this notation for NCR in choose R. No one remembers. So actually the notation if you see there, so it is something like N and suffix you'll see R in bracket. है ना? So the formula for you see this n factorial, r factorial, n minus r factorial. Formula here you see n factorial, n minus r factorial, right? Or otherwise, if you open this at n minus 1 and it go till n minus r plus 1. Okay. So this is the notation. Okay, n suffix r or permutation of n object taken r at a time. Okay, and this we call combination of n object taken r at a time. Okay, so just remember these notations. Okay, so sometimes I may use this one or sometimes I, but both are same. Just remember this one or this one, both will be same. Okay, and similarly for this, we may use this notation. Okay, so NPR is n suffix r actually. Like here, you have seen this is K P N I have used, or you can write K suffix N. This one K N. Okay, so let me continue. So actually, I would like to write this polynomial as a result. So proposition continues. So let PR of G, okay, just see this. This PR of G denotes the number of partitions. Okay, PRG denotes the number of partitions of vertex set into R non-empty independent set. Okay, what you can say color class. So PRG, the meaning of PRG will be it is the number of partitions, okay, of vertex set in R non-empty independent set. So for example, if I write like P2G means you have to see how many partitions are there of vertex set into two independent sets. P3G means partitions into three independent sets. P4G means partition to four independent sets. Okay. So you can write number of partitions into two independent set actually. And both must be non-empty, so two independent set. Number of partition of vertex set. Okay. Now, so let me continue this. So PRG is the number of partition of vertex set in R non-empty independent sets. Then actually this number of proper coloring of graph G using K colors, and that we called it chromatic polynomial. So the chromatic polynomial will be equal to summation PRG. So it's a number of partition of vertex set into R non-empty independent set into KR. So KR, you know, it's a KPR. Okay, K suffix R. So this notation I used. So KR, and R will start with 1 and it will vary till number of vertices in the graph. So you can say which is a polynomial. This is a, or this is a polynomial. This is a polynomial in K of degree. So actually this, you see, this is a polynomial in K of degree number of vertices or order of the graph. Okay. So this is a proposition. So we can convert this as a polynomial. So let me write the proof of this. Okay, just we have to give the argument to support this expression. So you know the, right, this is the number of partition of vertex set into R independent sets, and this is the KPR, like number of permutation of K into R distinct objects. Like you have K colors and you want to break it into R. So R is from 1 to, like if you have one partition, means only one partition you have, then you will give everyone to the same color. If you have two partitions, you will use two colors. If you have three partitions, you will use three colors. If you have four partitions, you will use four colors. Okay, so that is KR, means you have R partitions. Okay, and K colors you have. So you will break K into K minus 1, K minus 2 till R terms. So I think should we give one example on this? Okay, so let me give you expression for this, like then I've come to the proof. So this I would like to prove this using this formula. Okay, so let me prove this one. Then you will understand better. Okay, so then I will come to the proof. So one example I would like to discuss. So C4, you all know, graph G is C4, and I have K different colors. Okay, so here number of vertices in graph G is 4. So according to formula, this will be this chromatic polynomial of G using K colors will be summation PRG into KR, R from 1 to 4, because it has 4 vertices. Okay, I'm using this formula to derive that expression. Okay, if you open this, what will happen? You open this, so P1 into G K1 plus P2 of G into K2, P3 of G into K of 3, okay, plus P4 of G into k of 4. Now, so k1 is like kp1, okay, kp1. You can find the value, or like you have k colors you want to use on one vertex, or just you want to use once. You have only one partition. Okay, so first my aim is to find the values of p1, p2, p3 and p4. Okay, p1g, so g I removed, you can write g also. So if you want, we can write g also. So my aim is write p1 of g, p2 of g, p3 of g and p4 of g. Okay, tell me. So you have four vertices, let me name it A, B, C, D. So can you write vertex set into the partition of just one set? I mean, can we write vertex set as the partition of one independent set, just one independent set? So how many such partitions we have? P1 means, you understand now, P1G means partition of vertex set into one independent set. So is it possible or not? If you write vertex set as just one independent set, it will be A, B, C, D. So can we write A, B, C, D as independent set?
No, sir.
No. So that's why the value of P1 is 0. Why 0? We cannot write the vertex set as the just one independent set. Okay, union of one independent set, you can say. Partition means what? Union. So into one partition you cannot break into just one partition. So there is no way for one partition. That's why we took value of p1 is 0. Let's come to p2. P2 means the number of partitions of vertex set of graph into two independent sets. So tell me, can you break into two independent set the vertex set? Yeah, tell me. Can you express this vertex set as the union of two independent sets? A partition of two independent sets.
Yes, sir. SC and BD.
Correct. AC and BD. This is one partition. Do you have any other way?
Sir, A union C and BD.
But I have to write into only two partitions. I mean, only two sets. Union of only two sets. So we don't have any like BD union AC. If you do, they are same thing. So we don't have any other way. We can write in only one way. It's a number of partitions. So just we have one partition. So I will write one here. P3Z. P3Z means you have to partition the vertex set into three parts or three independent sets. So can you write?
Yes, sir.
Tell me.
Sir,
A,
C and BD.
A, C and BD. Correct. This is the one way. Do you have any other different way?
Yes, sir. BD and SC.
Yes. B, D and AC. So there are two way I have for the partitioning the vertex set into three independent sets. Okay, vertex set of G, can you partition it into four independent sets?
Yes, sir. A, B, C and D.
So simple A, B, C and D. Yes. So you have only one way because you cannot change this. So we got the value of P1, P2, P3, P4. Now K1, K2, K3, K4 is already known. You don't have to worry about that because this is the formula. Okay. So you know this like n minus 1 है ना. So actually k r is going to be k into k minus 1. For the r term, still r term you have to go. Okay. So like k minus r plus 1. It depends on the r. If you write k of 1, so just one term you have to take. K of 2, just you have to think about two terms. If you write k3, you write three terms. The permutation of three objects. Okay. The k object taken three at a time. Actually, taken three at a time. K minus 1, k minus 2. Okay. K4 if you write k minus 1, k minus 2, k minus 3. Are you getting? So permutation of k object taken four at a time. So four I am taking. Just you put into this. So let's see what happens. So P1Z where was 0, K1 if you find it will be K, P2Z was 2, if you find K2, K into K minus 1, two terms, okay. P3 was 1, oh sorry, I think this was 1 and this is 2, so just check, है ना, just I've written here. So P2 is 1, P3 is 2. 2 into K3 means K minus 1, K minus 2. And P4 is 1 and we have to write into 4. So K4 is K minus 1, K minus 2, K minus 3. Finally, let's simplify this. Okay. So just first 0 into K is 0. So no worry. Just print 0. This is K into K minus 1 and plus 2K, K minus 1, K minus 2. K minus 1, K minus 2, K minus 3. So you can see K minus 1 is common in all. So let's take commons. What is left? 1 plus 2 into K minus 2 plus K minus 2, K minus 3. Okay, so can you simplify this? Please do and tell me what will be the expression. Just simplify this expression. So on your notebook, you simplify it and tell me. Yes, are you getting? 1 plus 2K minus 4, K square minus 5K plus 6. So we get K into K minus 1 and yes, K square plus 2
K minus 3K plus 3.
minus 3K plus 3. Fine. So this is the expression I got. And why this K1, K2, K3? So let me explain this logic. Why they have taken like K1, K2, है ना? P1 as K1. With P2 you have taken K2. With P3 you have taken K3. With P4 you have taken K4. Why this? So let me explain that. So P1 means you are just partitioning into one set, but here it was not the possible case. You cannot partition. So P1G, okay, and it was K1. So K1 was just K. Actually, you cannot use, you don't have the K choice. Actually, P1G means the number of partition of vertex set into only one independent set. That was not possible here. So that's why this was not possible. So if it is possible, suppose like see if graph is like this or you make it disjoint. Graph is like this, then you can partition it, right? one set. Just you can write A, B, C, D. This is independent set. Then you can write, okay, you had one partition, and then you can write this. All you can give K colors. But here it was not possible. So that's why this was 0. That's why there is no role of this. Mainly start with the P2. P2G means you are partitioning the vertex of this, okay, into two independent sets. So you have seen, okay, you can write simply AC as 1 and BD as 2. Okay, this is the partition for vertex set. So means AC can be given the same color. So for the A and for the C, you have K choices, because A, if you give the color, same color you have to give to C. So A and C has the same choice. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. Like this position, for A and C, you have K choices. For this one, you have K minus 1 choices. Using multiplication rule of counting, K into K minus 1 way, you can color this vertices. So you can color the vertices K into K minus 1 way. That is not P2. Actually, I want to write that is actually K2. So this is K of 2. Okay, and P2, this the meaning was how many partitions you can make actually. Just one partition you can make. And K2 is what is the total possible number of way you can color it. Okay, so it's just K into, and for B you have K minus 1 choice. So obviously for the D it will be same. So because AC will have same color, BD will have same color. So you start with A has K possible choices, and same choices for C has. So C is not independent. C is dependent on A, and D is dependent on B. So that's why B has K minus 1 choices. So total possible way you can color in this partition is K into K minus 1. Like come to P3Z. So P3Z means you want to partition these vertices into three independent sets. Okay. As you have seen, so K3 means you have K minus 1, K minus 2. Okay. So P3Z was how many way you can do that. Okay. So like vertex set can be written as partition of three sets, three independent sets in how many ways? So you, as you told A, you can take A, B, C, sorry, B, D, and you take C. These are independent. A is independent, B, D is independent, C is independent. Okay. This is one way. Other way we had like B, D, and AC. Okay. B, D, and AC. So it has two ways. And why this? So see, I have taken, we have to use three different colors. So like for the first A, I can use any one of the K color. For this BD, I can use any one of the K minus 1 color, because A and B are adjacent vertices. And for C, I can use K minus 2 vertices, or K minus 2 colors. Are you getting? Similarly, if we partition this vertex set into four independent sets, okay, so P2R, P2G is 1, है ना? You can write vertex set as A union B union C union D. So you can write the vertex set as a partition of, sorry, P4C into four sets. So that is there is only one way of that. And again, so for this you have K choices. For this you have K minus 1 choices. For this you have K minus 2 choices. And for this you have K minus 3 choices. Because you have to use four different colors. Okay, four partitions you made because you want to make use four colors. So total colors available are K. So the choices are K for first one, K minus 1 for second one, K minus 2 for third one, K minus 3 for fourth one. And this actually K4. This is the K4. Okay. That's why we use this P4 and K4. Are you getting? So if I'm making partition, so again I would like to repeat here. So here, why P1 with K1? Because P1 means you want to just make one partition. So you can use just one color. So K1 is the K, like K possible choices you have. P2 and K2. So P2 means you want to partition the vertex set into two independent sets. And means you want to use two colors. So for two colors, you have k into k minus 1 choices. Here P3G, so you want to partition the vertex set into three independent sets. Means you want to use three colors. So three colors have choices k3. Like for the first vertex, k minus 1 for first partition. For second partition, k minus 2 choices. For third, you have k minus 3 choices. And this is nothing but, sorry, k minus 1, k minus 2. I want to make like this, k minus 1, k minus 2. So for the first set in the partition, you have k choices. For second set in partition, you have k minus 1 choices. For third set in the partition, you have k minus 2 choices. Like this. Okay, same thing here. P4 means you want to partition the vertex set into four independent sets. Means you want to use four colors. You have total k colors. So for first vertex or first set, you can use k, any one of the k colors, k choice you have. For second set, k minus 1. For third, k minus 2. For fourth, k minus 3. So I hope you got the concept. Why this formula? So any doubt in this? So if you have not doubt, then I think time has already passed. So next class I will prove this, and then we'll continue with this. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, yeah. So thank you everyone. And see you in next class.